optimism based on?
Pretty much based on those same upward drivers continuing. Ongoing regulatory clarity, sustained institutional money coming in through those ETFs.
But they acknowledge the current choppiness too, right? It wasn't all smooth sailing ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. The sources are clear that while some see a bullish longer-term picture, these short-term fluctuations are expected to stick around because of that profit-taking cycle and, importantly, that geopolitical uncertainty still hanging in the air.
Okay. So bring this all together for you, our listener. What's the main takeaway here?
I think it really shows how Bitcoin, even though it operates in its own sort of digital realm, isn't immune to the wider world. It's deeply interconnected with global economic and political stuff.
Yeah. The sources you provided really illustrate that. Things like trade tariffs, regulatory decisions, they're clearly shaping the price.
Right.
So just to recap, we've seen the price dip to around 107K, but that followed a high near 112K. There's potential support at around 94K. And the drivers are this mix. You've got the positive backdrop of regulation and ETFs, but then the headwinds from geopolitical fears, like those tariff threats mentioned, and simple market profit taking.
Understanding that dynamic, that push and pull, really helps make sense of why the price is moving beyond just the numbers themselves.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with a really interesting thought, something for you to mull over.
Yeah.
How do these traditional political and economic pressures like potential trade tariffs, which seems so old world almost, how do they actually interact with and influence something like Bitcoin, which is supposed to be this separate, decentralized digital thing?
Yeah.
It's quite the puzzle.
Definitely something worth thinking about as you watch things unfold.